This is my What I Eat in a Day on Slimming World, and we'll call this the London edition. So I started off with some apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. As you can see, I was eating this in the car because I was in a massive rush today. I ran in and out of Slimming World and got my 5-stone award, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. Due to the train strikes, we had to actually book a much earlier train than planned, so I actually had my lunch on the train, which was some pork slices, some carrot, celery, 2 of the Our Lightest Cathedral City cheeses, which 2 is a healthy extra A, and a soft-boiled egg. Then this day was having a bit of a mooch around London, seeing what we saw. I did get one of these Appleitos from Pret, which I think is 1.5 sins. We went into Fortnum and Mason. I didn't actually have the best experience here because they tried to overcharge me by £30 and the lady was very rude about it. We went to Buckingham Palace and of course the King was home, the flag was up, and Big Ben. Then we did a bit of clothes shopping and it was time for some tea. All of this was shared between me and my husband. Started off with some of the chicken spicy sushi rolls and some of the crispy teriyaki beef. We had some yo fries, which are nice but not as nice as the ones that you used to do, if you know you know, and some of the duck sushi. I'd say I had roughly half of everything. I was trying to make sure that I was drinking loads of water while we're in London because I've had a really bad headache the past few nights and it's woken me up about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm really not great at drinking water when it's from other places, especially like hard water areas. So I popped this juice in my handbag and it was really good because whenever we filled up I could just put a little bit of juice in. I have tried those little like Robinsons style squashes before but they don't taste the same as the juice, so this was my little plan and I got these off the TikTok shop. The main thing is they were leak proof. I thought they'd be quite good for taking your milk to work if you use your milk as a healthy extra A so that you could write your name on it. Then we went back to the hotel room. I made sure I got some healthy snacks, so I had some apple pieces and some melon fingers. The TV in the room had YouTube on, so I made sure to search up my channel so that the next person would be able to see it. Hopefully that's how that works. When we went into Fortnum Mason, we got some treats for ourselves. We got these macarons. I got the blueberry and lavender and pistachio. Both were really delicious. Chris got the coffee and chocolate ones and he thought his was really nice as well. So definitely worth it for a little treat. I reckon these came to about 3.5 cents each from what I've looked on the app. So that was day 1 in London and I'll see you tomorrow. This is my What I Eat in a Day on Slimming World, day 2 in London. I started off with some mixed berries, some Greek style zero fat yoghurt and some granola on top. I then followed that with an English brekkie. I cut the fat off the bacon and I reckon this sausage was probably about 1,000,000 sins. So first stop today, we nipped to Harrods. Can you believe that you could actually buy this? And I was taking loads of pictures of all the little cool things that I saw. It was close to lunchtime, so I wanted to get myself something to eat. And they actually had some really good options that were inexpensive there. I had to decide between this chicken Caesar salad and poke bowl, and I went for the poke bowl, which was really, really nice. However, if I wanted a bag, it was going to be £8, which was ridiculous, so I ended up just walking around with it. I think this is a good choice for £8. I reckon this is pretty low sin, so the beef didn't have any dressing on, just a little bit of sesame, which will have to be sinned, and the sauce that came with it was lime and something else that I can't remember, but I remember thinking this is probably a pretty good low sin option. I followed that with a ginger shot that my husband got me. Got to keep this hair its same colour, LOL. And then again, a little bit more, having a look round all the shops, seeing what they had to offer, loads of goodies. Then we started to make our way down to the theatre, walked past all the cakes, of course. We went to see Back to the Future and it was absolutely amazing. Definitely recommend it if anyone's wanting to watch a show. Then we went for tea and I really didn't know what I wanted, but I knew I wanted it to be something a little bit healthier because I'd been eating quite a lot of random stuff. I ended up picking 2 starters, so I had the parmesan and rocket salad and some melon and prosciutto, and this was actually really nice, just stuck it all on one plate. The eating didn't stop there though because I was still quite nibbly, so I had 2 of these bars for my healthy extra B. I had one of these dairy milk chocolates, which are 2.5 cents each. I had some apple slices and then I had 1 row of these sweet chili crackers, which are 5 cents. So I don't actually think I've done too bad today, but I'm not entirely sure on the sins for everything. However, I'll see you tomorrow. This is my What I Eat in a Day on Slimming World. This was me just having a little sip of my hubby's drink, we'll call that a sin. For breakfast, I was going continental style, so I had one of these yoghurts, which was half a sin. I had some of the pulled ham hock, which is 1 sin, and some cheese as part of my healthy extra A. It was on the train early, and look how foggy it was the further north we were getting. I had a chopped up apple. Originally, this was for my breakfast, but I forgot all about it, so I ate it in the car on the way home. Once we got home, I had 15 minutes, so that's perfect omelette making time. I had it with bacon and a healthy extra A worth of cheese. Then we went to go see Disney on Ice with my little boy. I got all glittered up.
They can sing, they can dance. After all, this is France, and a dinner here is...
So the show was absolutely brilliant, and the good thing is when you go to the Leeds Arena First Direct, if you are a customer of the bank, you get some hot chips, an ice cream and a drink. So we had these hot chips. I just had a couple, so I'm going to call them 2 sins. I ate half of my little Ben and Jerry's tub and I shared the rest between the boys, so that was 4.5 sins for half of the tub. And I did eat a couple of crisps, but they weren't pictured. I'm just going to call them 2 sins. For tea, it was lasagna soup. I had a little bit of carrot on the side for my speed and a little bit of parmesan for my healthy extra A. And I finished off the day with 2 of these bars for my healthy extra B. So I'm ending the day on 10 sins and I'll see you tomorrow. This is my what I eat in a day on Slimming World. Started off with apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. I went to the gym, but I only had exactly 30 minutes because I technically went on a little lunch break from work. Luckily, I didn't have any patients to go see after this, so I just stayed sweaty and showered later on in the day. When I got home, I realised how little we had in the fridge, so I ended up eating 1 soft-boiled egg, and then I was making some waffle hash browns for later in the day. One of them messed up, so I had one of them that I'd put in the air fryer and sort of mushed it all back together, and 2 of the sausage breakfast patties from Iceland. Since I had the rocket and parmesan salad the other day, I've really been craving it, and I used this balsamic glazed raspberry on top, which for half a tablespoon is just 1 sin. And I used a healthy extra A worth of parmesan in there. I did a Spanish style chicken tonight, which is 4 sins for the whole jar, and I only used half between the 3 of us, and I had some carrots to speed on the side. I had 2 of these bars for my healthy extra B, and then I had one of the Fibre One, like the little cake birthday bars, which are just 4 sins each. So I ended my day on 5 sins, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is my what I eat in a day on Slimming World. Started off with some apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. For lunch, I was absolutely starving, so I had some chicken drumsticks that I took the skin off, some pastrami, I had a healthy A worth of cheese, a couple of soft-boiled eggs and some carrot and celery. That definitely kept me going till late. I then tried this new recipe, which is chicken with mango and lime sauce with like noodles or pasta. My hubby wanted pasta, I wanted noodles. However, it wasn't quite right. It was really delicious, but the recipe wasn't quite right. I did actually film it, but I'm not going to upload it because it just needs a few little ticks working out. However, it was 1.5 sins for the coconut milk. Then I finished off my day with 2 of these as my healthy extra B. So today was just 1.5 sins for the coconut milk, and that was it. See you tomorrow. Hi, my name's Emmeline, and this is my what I eat in a day on Slimming World 5 stone down edition, or at least I was 5 stone down last week, to be determined tomorrow. So this day was the hubby's birthday, and he got to choose what he wanted for breakfast. So we went out and we had a full English. This was actually in the Marks and Spencer's restaurant. Unknown sins. I also did a little bit of shopping while I was there, cheeky not to. Got myself to the gym, and I was really pleased to be running a lot further than I had done before. So I managed a couple of 5 and a 10-minute run. I was absolutely out of breath afterwards, but that means it's working. Because I'd been running around like a lunatic all day, I didn't actually have any lunch this day, but I did have 2 of these cheeses for my healthy extra A and a couple of the chicken drumsticks that I'd done. These were sin-free. I just took the skin off and they were lovely. Then we went to my family's for tea, and my stepmom had made this delicious chicken tikka curry, which was sin-free. I had that with some rice, some Bombay potatoes and some sin-free onion, like vegetable bhajis, because it had a bit of mixed veg in there. She sort of sprayed it with some fry light. They looked a little bit crispy on the outside, but they were absolutely delicious. I think I had another one of these as well, so a second one. Then I had a portion of Viennetta, which I'm going to guess about 4 sins for. I do sometimes get the Aldi ones, and around that much is about 4 sins, so I'm just taking my best guess. But of course, I'm ending on a little bit of unknown sins for the day. I am going out again tomorrow with some friends, so it's been a bit of a couple of weeks for it, and Sunday as well. So hopefully I've still kept off that 5 stone. This is my what I eat in a day 5 stone down. Started off the day as always with apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. For lunch I had a rocket and parmesan salad with 1 sin worth of balsamic glaze, had some carrot and celery in there and 2 soft boiled eggs. There was actually some chicken, but for some reason it didn't get in the picture, but that was sin free. For tea I went out with friends. We had this halloumi starter with like a honey type dressing on. I just put a little splodge on. I wasn't a massive fan. However, I definitely think that halloumi was deep fried. For mains, I had this pork souvlaki with like some rice, like with the vegetables in the side, and it had some tzatziki and a little bit of salad. The salad definitely had some oil dressing on there. However, this was really, really nice. I could not eat all that rice, though I was so stuffed after this. So I'm not too sure on my sins. However, the halloumi could be counted as part of my healthy extra 8, except for the fact that it was deep fried with the dressing. And then the pork will have been fairly sin-free. And the majority of the rice, it just depends what it was cooked in. But I think this was a pretty good choice, and I'll see you tomorrow.